Hey, I'm Gervais, and we're here at the trade deadline. So we're in second place right now. At the beginning of the season, I really didn't think that we were going to be buyers, and I would like to think that right now we are going to buy conservatively. So like I said, we're second in our division, and the team that we've put together, I wasn't really sure of their expectations, and I don't know if they've overperformed. Like, I don't want to just completely get rid of all our youth to try to win this year, because I really didn't think that this season was going to be the year that we were trying to go for it. But with that being said, I do want to make some trades. So I was looking around here, and there are a couple players that I think make sense. So the first, just to go through them here, the first one is a player that has actually quite low trade value in Puljujärvi. Right now, he's an 84 overall. He's only 23 years old. So if we trade for him, he should be an RFA when it comes to free agency. So even if we don't re-sign him, with him being 84 overall, we should be able to get some assets back for him. And we don't necessarily have to give up that much to get him. So I was thinking about this one here. We have so many potential top 6 forwards in our system that I think it would be worth it to get rid of this Gregor guy. Let me just take a look here. So Gregor is 2 years left, top 9 potential. This might have even been a guy that we got off of waivers. I honestly can't remember. His unfavored coach is our current head coach. So this guy isn't fitting in our system anyway. So I'm going to make this trade here. So we have Puljujärvi. We're adding another sniper to the team. And hopefully if his chemistry meshes well with the first line, then Rudolf Balcers can now be moved down and we'll have a better sniper on that first line. So we'll say welcome to the team, Jesse Puljujärvi. And there were a few other players I was thinking of as well here. Now these two players are surprisingly available. The first is Brady Kachuk, and I really wanted, I guess I still do want Brady Kachuk. But if I open up to see how we can get him, there's no chance I'm trading Pelech. I just got Puljujärvi, so that's not happening. Not trading Pelech. This is where it gets interesting. So honestly, before this didn't say Puljujärvi. I think it was a 1-for-1. So that's strange. No, I wouldn't do that. We do have another goalie in this system, I guess, but basically when it comes to this, just imagine Puljujärvi's not there. Ryan Merkley is one of our defensive prospects that have medium elite potential. Okay, so in theory, it would be nice to trade. Let me just edit this real quick. In theory, it would be nice to trade one of our surplus elite players for one in a position which we don't have any. So if I go to our forwards here and I go by elite, I guess Puljujärvi's there now, but Martin's our only medium elite forward. So I would like to get another one. But if we look at our defensemen, yeah, we have 3 elite ones. But then our only other youth are way far away. Like they're 54 and 64 overalls, and they're top 4D. And then the rest is all these guys I signed in free agency. And then all of our other potential defensemen are top 6 that are in their mid-20s. Like, we really don't have a lot of defensive prospects. So I really want to keep Ryan Merkley. So I don't think this trade can happen unless I were to trade Spencer Knight. But let me go back to, is Spencer Knight here? Yeah, Spencer Knight, he's injured as well. Geez, him and Drysdale right now are injured. Spencer Knight, he's 75 overall. It really looks like he's going to be our goalie of the future. Chase Powell is much farther away, so Spencer Knight will be our starting goalie for a few years before we even consider putting Chase Powell in his place or letting Chase Powell fight for the starting position. He's still too far away, so we got to keep Spencer Knight for right now. So as much as I would like Brady Kachuk, like, look at that contract. He's not even making $5 million a year, and he's got 5 years left on it, and he would be our second power forward. It would be ideal, but I'm conservative. It even says in the bottom left corner, wow, we're conservatively buying right now. I don't think this is a valid option if we're sticking to the plan. But one thing that does make sense to me, if I go to the Islanders, they've given up on Matt Barzal. Yeah, it says he's only an 82 overall, but I think that's just because his morale is so low. And he's a medium elite centerman who is one of my favorite players to watch in the NHL. So there's obviously a bit of bias there. I want to keep Puljujärvi since we just traded for him. Oh, that's interesting. No, I think I do want Puljujärvi. This is the one that I was thinking of. So let me just make sure there's nothing else here. So Kevin Lebank might not be bad to get rid of. No, he's a right winger though. So what my reasoning was for this one is we're basically trading a center for a center. Swart, I know I just said I don't want to get rid of our defensive prospects, but he's so far away. Like, this guy is not even 60 overall yet. He's probably not going to see the NHL for 5 years or so. As much as I want to keep him in our system, I can do without this 3rd rounder. We have so many 3rd rounders coming up. I'd actually prefer to give them a 2nd rounder or a 3rd rounder from this year because we have so many of them, I think. Let me just click this. Or maybe I could do a fourth for this year. Maybe I can like swindle them a little bit. So yeah, look at all our picks we have this year. We have 3 third rounders. What was that, 4 6 rounders? Let me see if I can remove this and give them, yeah, the 7th. And then 2 6th. I wonder if they'll accept that or not. Oh, okay. I didn't even have to add the second 6. I slipped and all right. There goes that trade there. So now we have Barzal and Puljujärvi on our team. And, oh yeah, oh no. Okay, he's 88 overall, so that's good. I should have checked his injury first, though. I didn't even think of that. Foolish, foolish, foolish. Let's go and see how injured he is. Returning March 8th. What's the date right now? February something? Whatever. We plan on making the playoffs. He'll be back in time anyway. So I would have liked to have a healthy player right now joining the team. That's best lines this. So it has Balsers on the second line. This is what it was before. That's how the +5 is. Will this work? +3. They have +3s. Let me toy with this. One sec. Okay, so here's what our lines look like here. The first line, even though I wanted to change it, if I put Puljujärvi on the first line, it's only a +3. So I'm going to leave that first line there, but we do add a decent player to our top 6 here, which allows a guy like Kevin Lebank to drop down. So now we have +3 on our third line. I could, in theory, do this and have a playmaker, sniper on the second line, which honestly sounds pretty good, but I'm going to roll with this just to get the bigger overall boost on the third line. See how this second line does here, and if we start losing games, then maybe I'll switch it up a little bit. My hope is that Martin's overall will go up, and then it'll just make more sense to put him on the second line anyway. Right now on defense, Jamie Drysdale is injured, so we kind of have to deal with this. Still doesn't really look too bad. Kind of bad for Adam Pelech going from the first pair to the third pairing, but we'll let these guys do their thing up here. Power play right now doesn't have the +5. I know I said last video I wanted to address our penalty kill. Honestly, we're just going to deal with it. Like, I have the players I have now, and it's basically all bottom 6 forwards that are in there anyway, and that's kind of what I want in a penalty kill. The idea is that you just shouldn't be taking penalties in the first place, but there's nothing I can do about that. So for fun, let's go into the actual trade deadline here. I'll keep it as conservative buyer, and then just see what happens. Do we want any of these big names? Honestly, David Perron is the top player. That's not a big enough name for me. Phil Kessel would be interesting, but I just traded for a sniper, so we don't need him. Ryan Pulock. I could reunite Pelech and Pulock, one of the best D pairings in the NHL. Very, very, very underrated. Mark Giordano. Oh, Ryan Pulock just went to Montreal. Did I find a trade for Giordano? Yeah, no trades found. Open block? Ryan Donato. That's the only one, huh? Edit trade. That's right. Ryan Donato's where right now on the third line? Let me see where he is. And actually, let's look at Giordano's overall first. 86. Offensive? Two-way. No, but the thing is, when we're healthy, our left defenseman is already so... Like, they're already so good in Pelech, Chara, and Hjalmarsson that I don't really think we need a left defenseman. I'm not gonna humor that. I'm not gonna entertain that. I wish I could. Can I just fast forward through this and see what trades get offered to me? No, that's not a thing. I'm just gonna skip to the end of the deadline. We've made our trades. We have Matt Barzal for our first line center of the future. We got Puljujärvi for this season. Holy, that's a big trade. Brady Kachuk went to Toronto. Interesting. That was the big blockbuster, huh? Okay, I guess we'll roll through here and see how post-trade deadline goes. Last season, we wanted to lose after the trade deadline, and we ended up winning a lot, so let's see if we can do that again. I'm going to sim to here and then check on the scouts. Multiple players eligible to be dressed. So, what the heck? Krejci went back down to an 85 overall, so that's a little disappointing. No, I need that +5 on the top. Do I try it out? We just lost one game. I'll try it out for a game, whatever. And we lost again. Adam Pelech was injured. Do we have... Yeah, Jamie Drysdale's back. We definitely got to switch this. It's probably a big part of our success. There we go. That means we put him back on the power play. Oh yeah, we now have Puljujärvi on the power play. I'll do this. Oh, wow. Coach really, really likes Rudolph's Balsers. Like, he's not even in here automatically now, but if I... Where is he? Literally our worst player. Changing current line and gives it the +5. Coach loves Rudolph Balsers. So I do too. What? It says it gives +1, but then it doesn't. That's strange. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to ignore that. Alright, boys. Let's stop. Oh, dear. Okay, we have Matt Barzal now. Welcome to the team. I'm going to mix around with this shit again. So when I best lines it now, Rudolph's Balsers is a healthy scratch. I might have just messed with our entire team's chemistry. Who gets scratched for Balsers? Guess it has to be Nason. He has to come back in. He's so important to this team. Oh, he's not scratched. Where is he then? Am I blind? Oh my God, he's right there. I am blind. Here we go. Here we go now. The boys are fired up now. Oh, wow. No defenseman on the first. There we go. There's the +5. Now we got to get our man Rudolph's over here. Was that going to add anything? Plus, no. Whatever. We'll leave them there anyway. Okay. These are the lines I got to remember here. The first line, we know the first line. Hurdle, Barzal, Pugliarvi. Would this do anything? No. Yeah, we got the +3 on the third line. We don't want to mess around with that anyway. Goalies still, yep. All right. Come on, kids. Let's party. Stop losing. This is sick. This is sick. We're barely holding on to a playoff spot. We're 2 points. Oh, this is dreadful. Oh, this is scary. Oh, this wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, let's go to our scout here. Make sure everyone's still searching for potential. So I'm anticipating that we'll be picking somewhere in the middle of the first round. Let me scout some players manually here. All right, I've got our scouts assigned here. I'm nervous for the boys right now, if I'm being 100% honest. This is, let's look at this March we have since the trade deadline. Trade deadline was right here. Since the trade deadline, actually, you know what, fuck it. Let's go back to February 22nd, because, you know, that's where the bad streak starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game loss streak. 10, oh wait, 10. We had a 10 game loss streak, and then now we finally have a win. That is unbelievable. Let's go here. Okay, good. Subban's healed. Was he injured? Sure was. 1 sec. Best lines. Let's switch all this stuff. Martin is back down to a 79 now. Krejci, they have him playing left wing. Who's injured here? What's going on? Krejci. Krejci, Myers, Balsers is no longer +5. What is going on? They just lost their chemistry? There's no chemistry. The boys don't have chemistry anymore. What? I guess we'll do this then. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. It's really crumbling before my eyes. Oh, dear. Okay, I don't care about this right now. Okay, another W. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is getting interesting. Cedric Paquette. Was he the one that was... What is going on? Okay, Krejci's injured right now. Let's roll with this, I guess. Lozon's a defenseman. I need to go to roster moves. Can I call someone up out of the trade deadline? Forwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, Chekovich. Time for you to show your stuff. Edit lines. Okay, yeah. Well, best lines, the AHL lines. Don't really care about any negatives there, to be honest. I should for development purposes, but Chekovich, second line center. Let's roll with this, I guess. Ooh. Something like that. All right. 5-0 win, 8-4 loss. Have we clinched? I'm going to wait for this to scroll over. Hopefully we've clinched. We probably haven't. Oh, we're so close to clinching. There's teams 2 and 3 points behind us. Let's go through these games. Winning these 2 should clinch. Oh my God. the anticipation. I don't even know who just said. I don't want to best lines it again. Who's... One sec. Who's scratched? Nason. You know what? I will best lines it. It still wants Chekovich to play top 6. Let's roll with this. Fuck it. It wants him to play top 6. Let's do it. Nice. We got those 2. Yes, there we go. There's the clinch right there. Let's go to the end of the season. That was too dramatic for my liking. Krejci's healed now too. Okay, it's great. All right, so let's advance one day. You know what? Let's advance until the playoffs start here, and then I'm going to go through our regular season scoring and all that jazz. There we go, right here. So we're playing the Oilers first. Barzal versus McDavid. It's going to be a speedy matchup there. Let's take a look how our season went. So Timo Meier was over a point per game. Just excellent. Was anyone really bitten by injury? Paquette, I guess you could say was. I don't think he was healthy scratch that much. Krejci only ended up missing 6 games with that injury, so that's good. So Timo Meier ended up with 33 goals. I think he had 15 in the first 20 games or something like that. So he certainly came down to earth, but the rest of the line started scoring. I remember Krejci had 5 goals and 15 assists or something like that. He was a point a game as well, so that's nice. Barzal he still had a pretty decent season. That's what, like 70 points prorated. And he was unhappy as an Islander. So it's nice that we have him for the future. Jamie Drysdale, over half a point a game. Where's our man? Eugene Martin, 29-point first season. I'll take that. Not bad. Not shooting very much. Only 97 shots on goal. Let's see who the finisher on the team is. Timo Meier, best shooting percentage. I'm really curious to know Eugene Martin. Like, Eugene Martin, it seems to me he's going to be the future captain of the team. Only shooting 4%. If you can bump that up a little bit, what's his shooting? 85, 84, 85, 84. So it's not a bad shooter. He should get a considerable bump. Let's get him some playoff experience and see how he turns out. Timo Meier leading in shots, then Hurdle, even Lebank down there. Jimmy Drysdale, 178 shots. Game-winning guy. Dang, Thomas Hurdle won 8 games for us. The power play goal. Timo Meier, 11 of his 33 goals on the power play. Krejci, too. That whole first power play was just really good. Power play points. Yeah, look at that. Anyone get any shorties? No shorthanded goals for the Sharks this year. Wait, the shorthanded points, though. Oh, someone I traded away? Must have been Gambrell. Maybe, oh, Gambrell. Was he a core piece of this team? Should I not have traded him? Whatever, we have Matt Barzal. I can't be too mad about it. Who's the face-off king? Hurdle. Honestly, everyone's pretty good at face-offs here. All the guys that are normally taking them. Maybe not Danton Heinen, but I'm pretty satisfied with that. Any big hitters? Timo Meier, Mirko Mueller. Yeah, Char with the hits too. Block shots. Char's for the boys. Giveaway, Mirko Mueller. Who are the fewest giveaways? Latunov, Krejci. That's great for Krejci. Playing first line minutes the whole season, only had 37 giveaways. Eugene Martin too. I guess they're the playmakers, so that's useful. Anyone with high defensive prowess? Krejci as well. Wow, I really want to keep him on the team. He's 35. The coach loves him. I just don't know how much he's going to regress with age soon. Hopefully we can keep him around. Take a look compared to the rest of the league, how everyone did here. Ovechkin, 53 goals. So yeah, we had no one really near the top of the league in goals. It was Meier had 33 for us, I believe. Kuznetsov, 100 points on, imagine almost all those assists are on Ovi's goals. Wow, it's scary. We have to go up against McDavid in the playoffs. 97 overall. Draisaitl too, 96. Ugh, just like real life. We can do it though. Who leads in plus minus? McKinnon, Ovi, Keith, Dahlin. Buffalo must have had a decent season. Minimum 40 games, best shooting percentage. Kenny Agostino shooting 25%. That's pretty nuts. Let's check out team stats real quick. So yeah, the Kings with the President's Trophy. We're the only 3 teams from our division. So yeah, we were in a pretty weak division. Only 3 teams above 87 points. Normally 88 points would be enough to get us to the playoffs. We have 35 losses in regulation. I don't know how well the playoffs are going to go for us. I gotta believe though. The absolute Canes win the President's Trophy. Oh, I see. They clinched the conference. My bad when I said LA won the President's Trophy earlier. They just won the Western Conference. So what do we got here? Goals for per game. We dropped out of the top 10. 14th with 3.16 a game. Goals against per game. '14th as well. Oh, geez. 3.02 a game. So we're averaging more goals for than against per game, but let's look at power play percentage here. 9th. This is scary. So we really dropped off after the trade deadline, or at least in the second half of the season. Is our penalty kill still terrible? Yep, still second worst in the league. Yeah, Gambrell did have 2 shorthanded goals for us. This makes me nervous here. I'm really not feeling super confident here going into the playoffs, which isn't something that you want your GM saying, but we can take the Oilers. Let's view their lines. Let's see what kind of lines they have going on, and then I'm going to end the video here, and we'll take them on in the next one. All right, so this first line is just nasty. Yamamoto's up to an 86 now. Even Dominic Cahoon, 87. We can't see. I don't know if computers have chemistry boosts or not, but the rest of their forwards isn't, I mean, isn't that intimidating. On defense, really seems like it's going to be mostly Darnell Nurse. The top 4 isn't terrible. I guess Ethan Bear probably, yeah, he qualifies as a top 4 D-man, but Nurse is their only stud. Granted, we don't even have any studs. Might come down to their goaltending. Oh, no. They were the ones that paid for Bernier in the offseason. So, yeah, this is going to be a scary matchup here. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. I got to figure out why our first line doesn't have the +5 anymore. Oh, there we go. Magically fix it. All right, well, I'm going to dink around with the lines in the next video, and we'll see what we can do as we take on the Edmonton Oilers. Thanks for watching, guys. Love ya.